Hey folks, it's wonderful to have people from all across the world. I see you've got some beautiful people in the UK, we've got some beautiful people in Tanzania, we've got people across South Africa, people across the USA. Just pumped up to have you all. We're so excited about this workshop. We've got a great speaker all the way from South Africa. His name is Herman Jansen van Rensburg. He's a principal. He owns his own private school. And what's wonderful, he loves Jesus Christ. And on top of that, he's really well educated in the nutrient area. Take it away, Herman.
Good evening, everybody. Good morning if you're in the USA. Well, this is such an important topic to talk about because so many people are being scammed out there. I'm going to share some information with you. Well, let's start with some questions first. Why is there an increase in chronic diseases despite so many people trying to improve their health by using supplements? Well, who benefits from this trend? The trend of disease. Who manufactures most of the supplements sold in the stores? And is there a quality difference between natural and synthetic supplements? Or are they the same? Like I said, there are so many supplements in the market. How do you know what to use? Are they good? Are they bad? What is going on? Let me make some statements to start with. The big players on the supplement market are pharmaceutical companies. They are more concerned about profit than our health. I'm making statements. I'm going to support my statements as we go through the talk. Making supplements that work will cut the profits of big pharma. Therefore, a lot of this information is spread. Synthetic supplements can be harmful. Many supplement suppliers are not concerned about quality. Most supplement companies sell a vision, not the supplements. Most supplements are not tested on humans. Now, just a disclaimer. The examples in the presentation are sourced from the internet. I'm simply repeating these claims. I'm not the author of such claims. The presentation is meant to stimulate discussion regarding the issues mentioned, because we need to talk about these things. I've done research and I've tried to make sure the information is correct, but if not, I cannot accept responsibility for false claims made by the sources. The presenter apologizes if there is information that's incorrect. I cannot accept responsibility for incorrect information of these sources, but please, if you have got information to the contrary, please update me and let me know. So then I can update my information as well. Now, desperation. That's the emotion that scammers look for when they try to sell you useless products. The more desperate you are, the more likely you are to believe anything you hear or read, and the more likely you are to make a purchase hoping that it will provide you with the relief you need. You'll notice I have sources on most of the pages to say where I got information from. It's a common problem, and unfortunately, it's a problem with no easy solution. Take note about this. Already in 2012, Forbes published a story about a for-profit hospital. Take note, a for-profit hospital is supposed to help people. They were treating cancer patients with placebo treatments, in addition to scientifically validated treatments. So he used placebos. The patients were in no position to say no. So it cost the patients thousands of dollars for absolutely no medical benefit. That is ridiculous. And unfortunately, this is quite a common occurrence. Now, what is the state of our health? Here are the healthiest countries. And you can see where the United Kingdom is, United States, and my own country, South Africa. Unfortunately, we're around 150 odd somewhere, way down the list. And it's a concern. Because of all this ill health, people are looking for solutions. People want better health. There was a study of 22,000 people, and not even one got all 10 specific essential nutrients in their regular diet. Essential means your body can't make it, you must get it from food. And the problem is our food has lost nutritional value. Here are some examples just to show you the problem. No wonder people are getting sicker. The percentage of people in the UK has increased to about 60% of people. Well, if so, why are we so sick? Why are people sick? Why are chronic diseases so on the increase? In the USA, about 80% of adults are taking daily supplements. So why does disease increase despite so many people taking supplements? Take note what the CDC says here. They say of all the chronic diseases, about 80% to be prevented, delayed, or alleviated through proper nutrition and better lifestyle choices. And most of these diseases are heart disease, cancer, respiratory disease, and diabetes. Now, are all supplements safe? Because there are so many supplements on the market. How do you know what to choose? I'm going to give you some examples of some bad ones, and later I'll give you some suggestions of what to look for. Take note about the Health and Education Act. It allows manufacturers to sell dietary supplements without providing proof of their quality to the FDA. Now, I find this ludicrous. I mean, how can they put something in the market and not prove the quality? Instead, the FDA must prove it is unsafe before it can be taken off the market. Now, some manufacturers do conduct quality testing and even post certificates, analysis on the website, and so on, but the autonomy of the laboratories used, or the standards used by the laboratories, are often not known. And sometimes the labs may even select an inappropriate method. There's no real control over this. Scientists can sometimes even be bribed to give false statements. And I'm going to show you later some examples of that. It's just a pity. Now, a question can be asked, is it not just all about money? Supplements are sold without testing them for safety. I've just shown you what the law allows, for purity, efficacy, quality, bioavailability. You don't even test for these things. You can put anything on the market. Many manufacturers are mainly interested in your money. Product quality is not the priority. Now you can ask me, but why? How can I make such a statement? You'll see later on why I can. Now you get your money's worth. I found 4 companies about the calcium supplements and asked them how many grams, how much of the actual calcium this supplement gets used at cell level. 3 said immediately that they don't know. The 4th company, their pharmacist told me they don't test it on humans, otherwise the product would be too expensive. So they put something in the market and they don't even know if it works. So value for money and efficacy of the supplement depends on the bioavailability. And if you don't test it for those things, you don't know whether the product is worth its money. Take note about this. Serious adverse events associated with dietary supplements, including vitamins and herbs. It's a cause of concern. Signs of heart, kidney, liver problems, aches, allergic reactions, fatigue, etc. It includes 10,300 serious outcomes, even 115 deaths from supplements. This comes from Consumer Reports, the bottom one. So there is a reason for concern. Researchers from the Consumer magazine say the supplements that made this dirty dozen list may cause cancer, severe liver or kidney damage, heart problems, or even death. You can actually go Google this, and here's the list. Now take note. Aconite, unsafe, most common cause of severe herbal poisoning in Hong Kong. There are others. Bitter orange, it should be banned by the FDA in 2004. Colloidal silver, likely unsafe. FDA advised consumers about the risk. And you can see all of them. Many of them have been banned. Country mallow, banned by the FDA in 2004. Germanium, The FDA warned in 1993 already about serious effects. But people are still using these things, and companies are still putting things like this on the market in some countries. Colloidal silver toxicity. It happens if people don't use the stuff correctly. Green tea capsules ruin this guy's liver. So these things are happening. The lack of oversight leaves consumers in the dark and in danger. Look what happened to this guy. He tried to use total body formula to improve his general health, but instead he experienced diarrhea, joint pain, hair loss, lung problems, fingernails and toenails that fell off. Eventually, hundreds of other reports of adverse reactions came to the attention of the FDA. But take note, they tested the product. Most samples contain more than 200 times the labeled amount of selenium and up to 70 times the recommended intake of chromium. So you can't trust the labels. Another one, this guy wanted to use hydroxycut. He wanted to lose 5 pounds. He was stricken with acute hepatitis and jaundice. Now take note, the shocking one here. The FDA had received its first adverse event report about hydroxycut in 2002. That was way before this poor man started using the product. Eventually it was discontinued and recalled after how many people were harmed. Despite clinical awareness, patient safety is still in question. The lack of any certainty that a dietary supplement will contain only ingredients listed, the label. Can we trust the label? And just because of the label not being correct, it's estimated 23,000 visits to the emergency department each year have been linked to these natural nutritional supplements. The tainted supplement issue is a serious problem. It's not going to go away soon, because the law allows people to put anything on the market. And then the FDA must then prove that it's wrong or bad. Here are the top 10 herbal supplements for weight loss and energy, sexual enhancement, heart health. These things lead to the emergency department visits. Top 4 vitamins, multivitamins, for example. So sad. People are taking supplements because it's supposed to help them, and they end up in the emergency department. There are reasons to be concerned. Some supplements are actually prescription drugs. They contain prescription drugs. There has been recalls of more than 400 such products since 2008, especially the bodybuilding, sexual enhancement, and weight loss. Now, the ingredients include things like you find in Viagra, for example, some weight loss ingredients. And the evidence is there that it increases the risk of heart attacks and strokes. And synthetic steroids also. GNC. Oregon sues GNC for selling spike supplements, and they knew about it. Protein shakes. Protein shakes, which people use to replace meals as well. And for bodybuilders and sportsmen, take note, cadmium and lead in 70% of protein powders and BPA 55%. Shocking if you think about it. Your plant-based protein powders were the worst, actually. And take note, certified organic protein powder products tested have an average of over 2 times the heavy metals, and they've got the USDA organic seal on them. That's terrible. A warning to herbal supplement users. Many of the supplements you buy in the shops do not contain the ingredient actually advertised on the label. They've given cease and desist letters. GNC, Target, Walgreens, and Walmart have been given these letters. They stop selling those supplements. Now, I wonder how long the supplements have been sold before they were stopped. No evidence of aloe vera found in aloe vera at Walmart, Target, so on. Bloomberg reports. No aloe vera, but the label says aloe vera. We are misled. People are wasting their money and endangering their health. Research exposes contaminated supplements nationwide. Take note. Scientists found a staggering 800 dietary supplements sold in the US stores contained unapproved ingredients, and some were specifically prohibited or banned by the FDA. Heavy metals, known to cause cancer, dementia, and other problems, are found in many of these products. A study of 121 products reviewed, 5% of them surpassed the safe daily consumption limit of arsenic. Now, I don't know if I want arsenic in my supplements. 2% had excess lead, cadmium, aluminium, and so on. The FDA seized 300,000 dietary supplement bottles because their pills contained excessive lead levels. There shouldn't be any lead in there. Lead is a poison, toxic. Bacterial and fungal contamination. And many of these fungal contaminations are actually linked to serious liver, intestinal, and appendix damage. And they're found in many supplements. Take note about this one. CBD products failed laboratory testing for heavy metals, despite the label saying no heavy metals. I hope I'm shocking you enough to realize you must look after what you put in your mouth. Some other supplements named as a cause of liver damage. Maybe you know some of these. Maybe you have used some of these before. We must be careful. Take note about this one. USP Labs faced litigation after deceiving athletes by selling pre-workout products. Okay? Take note, it has geranium extract in, supposedly. But take note at the bottom, the highlighted bold printed part. USP Labs principals admitted that they imported methylhexanamine from a chemical company in China and lied about the source of the ingredient by saying that it comes from natural plant extracts from geranium. They instructed the chemical company in China to create fake certificates that said the ingredient was geranium flower powder. And in an email from one of the principals to another saying, take note, laugh out loud, stuff is completely 100% synthetic. That's sad. And after nearly a decade of selling these supplements, only then they were found guilty and it was stopped. Terrible. The CEO of Enhanced Athlete was sentenced to 3 years in prison for selling selective adrenaline receptor modulators in dietary supplements. They marketed for weight loss and then knowingly included DNP as well. An extremely toxic chemical that's not approved for human consumption. Take note about this one. U.S. District Judge Sam A. sentenced former SK Laboratories Vice President to 41 months imprisonment and 1 year of supervised release. And pleaded guilty to conspiracy to introduce misbranded food into interstate commerce. False misleading labeling. And they pleaded guilty to it. Monterey, the dietary supplement company's owner, agreed to pay a massive fine to settle charges of false advertising and the unlicensed practice of medicine. Take note about this one. Herbal products are not necessarily good. This company was sued because one of the products used caused problems. Okay, it caused liver problems, severe. There were 10 cases of severe hepatotoxicity, okay, liver problems. Tests commissioned by the Fraud Discovery Institute found high levels of lead in at least 2 of the products that Miss Chen had consumed. And they settled out of court. Federal court orders New York company and its office to stop distributing adulterated supplements. More than 50 dietary supplements under brand names that include Confidence USA, American Best, USA Natural, and the Herbal Store. An outbreak of hepatitis in 2013 struck at least 72 people in 16 states and was traced to a tainted supplement. 3 people required liver transplants and 1 woman died. I hope I'm scaring you enough to realize you must think what you put in your mouths. Money is talking louder than common sense and wisdom. You won't find this in labels. Synthetic beta-carotene has almost no noticeable effect, except for the negative impact it has on smokers, as it increases the risk of getting lung cancer by 18%. Synthetic beta-carotene is not the same as natural beta-carotene. And some natural products are anything but. Take note, synthetic ingredients are even allowed in multivitamins that bear the Department of Agriculture's organic seal. Why? Because the FDA said that synthetic copies of botanicals don't qualify dietary supplement ingredients at all. Natural nutrients, if they're really natural, they will be obtained from whole food sources. Synthetic nutrients are obviously made in a laboratory, copycat molecules of what you find in whole food. But take note, natural is misleading, because even snake poison is natural. So don't think natural is fine if it is natural on the label. It can be misleading. Even organic on the label can be misleading because petroleum is organic. And then, beware of imitations of tested and researched whole food supplements. People make false claims about their products. There's an example of a company, somebody from a certain company who claimed their carotid complex and was tested by the US Department of Agriculture. And it was not their company. It was a different product, completely different product that was used in the test. Some omega-3 supplements even use heat and still claim purity and quality. You don't want to use heat when making an omega-3 supplement. Now, the majority of supplements, most of them, are made artificially. Vitamins, antioxidants, minerals, amino acids, and so on. Now, take this statement. The JAMA Systematic Review and Meta-Analysis, what did they say? They discovered a trend in modern research. Certain synthetic vitamins are actually causing more harm than good. Remember one of the statements I made at the beginning? Here's research confirming my statement. Here's a study done on synthetic supplements. Supposedly the 21 best US vitamin companies. But take note, some labels couldn't be trusted, so 11 were thrown away. Labels couldn't be trusted. 10 left. 3 did not dissolve at all. So what's the use of swallowing it? Doesn't dissolve. No bioavailability. 1 contained lead, so therefore left out. 6 brands were left, and they were used by the US National Cancer Institute. What happened? It was given to a cancer patient, and it actually made the cancer worse. So it's actually better not to take any supplements. If you look at this study, take note this one. This supplement made a claim that it boosts your testosterone. And 1 month supply cost $40. The studies that were actually done on this products eventually found it didn't work. It was false advertising, false claims. The product doesn't work. Take this one. It says complete multivitamin, but it's missing 9 essential vitamins and minerals, including vitamin B1, B2, and K, and magnesium, zinc, copper, and selenium. But it says complete. That's not complete. So let me summarize. There's lots more one can get on the internet if you really do your homework. But let me summarize. Anybody can basically market a supplement without evidence of quality. Quality is therefore questionable. Must be careful of quality. Labels are often wrong and misleading. Labels cannot be trusted. Many supplements contain toxins. Many supplements contain medication. Several companies have been sued, some well-known companies as well. Most supplements are synthetic, which often can be harmful. Most supplements are not tested on humans for safety or efficacy. Many herbal products do not contain the herb on the label. Natural supplements are often not really natural. And several supplements can be harmful. Many supplements contain toxins. They're not risk-free. Many have been recalled because of the dangers. Even if food is not good quality. And remember, some supplements are made from this food. So if the food is a good quality, the supplement, you have to question the quality as well. Many people ended in the emergency rooms of hospitals. And several people have died from bad supplements. So how do you protect yourself against scams? Some warning signs. The promises that the product will treat or prevent disease, especially the claim is that it can cure a whole range of ailments at once. You know, I see some of the adverts, especially CBD oil nowadays. You get all this massive long list it can cure, or you have to ask questions if you see that type of thing. Companies that urge you to hurry up and order a product because the price may not last. Okay? Or some special deal you can get. Be skeptical. Be skeptical about promotional materials filled with scientific sounding terms. Some might talk about thermogenesis and some other terms like that. Be careful with those words, because they can be very misleading. Do homework on those words. Do research. Research company online. Look for complaints from consumers about the company. Search for lawsuits against the company. Look for signs of fake news. You know, they might have deceptive logos and names, might copycat some things even to make it look legitimate. Do keep an eye on your credit card statements. So it's not right away if you be billed for something you didn't order. That can happen with some of these companies. Do contact your doctor immediately if you have an adverse reaction or become ill after taking the supplement. Contact a health professional, somebody that knows about supplements. If you do take a supplement and you get sick. Don't give too much credence to extreme claims about a product. For example, a claim that it can burn 4,000 calories a day of excess fat to promote rapid weight loss and don't even have to exercise. Be careful of such statements. Don't try a product unless you've talked to a knowledgeable person about potential interactions, because very often, especially on the herbal side, and some of the vitamins and minerals can interact with medications. Don't enter into any subscription deal unless you understand what you're getting into. Okay? Very often, if you go to the internet, you've got this site, this fantastic product, but you must subscribe to it on a monthly basis. Be careful of things like that. Be careful of debit and credit card payments. Rather use a credit card. There's more fraud protection on the credit card in most countries. But now, avoid synthetic supplements. Find whole food supplements that were tested on humans, that were researched, and the research published in scientific journals. Supplements that do not contain artificial nutrients, supplements that are made from non-GMO food, that doesn't contain preservatives if at all possible. But sometimes there might be a supplement where it might be needed. But if possible, no preservatives. No artificial sweetness. There are many articles in newspapers and other sources that talk about people who had severe adverse effects because of artificial sweetness. Look for a company that has a third-party seal of approval. The products have got it on. Find a company without a history of lawsuits, with supplements made under pharmaceutical license. That's important. Remember I spoke about how many labels were wrong? Got lawsuits of products of low quality. If it's made under pharmaceutical license, the label must be in the product and vice versa. Here are third-party seals of approval. And like I've shown with the shakes, the protein shakes, even though some of them got the USDA organic seal on, it might not contain toxins. But at least you get some degree of protection. Now the one there that says SAB, that one we know their products, they put the stamp only products that are made under a pharmaceutical label. So that's one you can't trust. Some recommendations just to add on. Now these are things that I recommend you use because I know they tested, they researched, they're good quality, and they're safe to use. Like the New Life Pro Vitality. It contains a 3-in-N, essential fatty acids, contains carotid complex, omega-3 salmon oil plus, a multivitamin and mineral with enzymes as well. Also complete meal replacement shake. Example would be like the New Life shake. Also tested with those 22 amino acids from non-GMO soy, whey, and other sources. Contains vitamins, minerals, fiber, enzymes, and more. Here's the Pro Vitality, what it consists of. This was specifically designed to fill the gap, to bridge the gap between what we are eating and what we are supposed to eat. It is made from organic food, non-GMO. Okay? And remember I showed you a slide about the decline in the nutritional value of our food. This helps to fill the gap. And also we're fussy. I myself am guilty. I don't like broccoli. I don't like Brussels sprouts. I don't like cauliflower. So I miss out on very important nutrients. So I need to fill the gap. Here's a study of the 3-in-N. I spoke about studies done and they published in peer-reviewed journals. The 3-in-N we defined the Pro Vitality studied by Texas A&M University, showing that it's important for proper health and healthy cells. It can be helpful for overall growth and development, nutrient utilization efficiency. In other words, it helps the cells absorb the nutrients properly, assimilation, in other words, for cardiovascular development, for hormonal challenges, for depression, for energy, detox the cells, aid the immune system, to slow down aging, for better sleep, and for weight management. Another industry first was carotid complex. This one has been tested, researched, and published, and it boosts your immune system by 37% in 20 days. It actually also normalizes the immune system, balances it. So it's very important for people with autoimmune diseases. It lowers oxidation and free radical damage to cells. Lowers risk of death from coronary heart disease and cancer and other diseases. Stabilizes cholesterol. You can see quite a number of things it's good for. For eye problems, very good for that. Okay. Slows down aging by about 44%. Another industry first, salmon oil plus. You should also find the Pro Vitality. You can buy it separate as well, these products. You can buy separate as well. Contains all 8 omega-3 oils, all 8 of them, and they work together. One of them is missing, it's not as effective. You can see it's also tested and also published. And it lowers the inflammatory index by 68% in 8 weeks. It helps for blood pressure, for sore joints, for brain and ADD and hyperactivity, for good memory, for migraines, headaches, for depression. So many things it's good for. Men, we need it for our prostates as well. And if you're pregnant, for your baby's future, you need it as well. The New Life Shake I spoke about, once again tested and published. Contains 18 grams of protein, a PDCAA score of about 1.7, which means most of the protein is absorbed. Contains all the amino acids you need, vitamins, minerals, 90% lactose free, no preservatives, no sweetness, no artificial colors. It's GMO free, no sugar spikes, tested on diabetics. And it helps for many things. I use it every day. I replace a meal with this. And what I like about this shake, it's interesting. Even people with kidney issues can use it. Normally a protein shake, people with kidney issues cannot use it. But this one, because the way it's made. Question now. Why not join us in our quest to make this world a healthy and happy place? I've shown you how many people get harmed because of bad supplements on the market. They're misled. So help us help people to enjoy healthier lives. it can also benefit you financially if you join us. Let me show you how. You can get your products at a discounted price if you become a promoter or distributor. You can register just to get the discount. You don't have to do the business if you don't want to. Or you can earn an income if you want to by sharing the opportunity with others. You can earn an income by sharing the products as well with others. By taking more action, you can even replace your job if you want to. Several people on tonight's call have done that already. The opportunity has got the healthcare range, which I've already shown you. Just give an idea, there's also skincare, 100% organic certified. Sorry, these personal care ranges, shampoo, conditioner, those things, and a non-toxic home care range as well. So everything to help you to be healthier. Some of the sportsmen, they use the products, and there are many more, thousands more. So what are your options? Let's summarize quickly. Ask the person that invited you for more information, or tell the person, I want to register as a promoter or distributor and get the full benefit of the full discount, and you can build an international business and earn a fantastic income. Or register for free as a member, try some products at discount, and you save. Or buy the products at retail price from the person who invited you. Your option. If you want you and your family to be healthy, well, it may be time for you to change your habits. For more information, contact the person who invited you to the Zoom webinar. Just my credentials, if you want to see it, the degrees and diplomas that I've got 7 diplomas in nutrition as well. And disclaimer, the whole talk tonight was from a primary healthcare perspective. I'm not a medical doctor, and I'm not claiming these are cures or anything. These are just recommendations for a healthier lifestyle. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Herman. It was wonderful watching that presentation.